My problem's not medical. It's psychological.
And guess where we are? Estevan, Saskatchewan. Like, I'm pretty much a stone throw from the border. I think it's like 30 clicks. These guys are doing sand. Would explain why they got those hogs in here. Sand gel still alive and kicking here. What are we here for? Well, you see I got the bunks in the top of my trailer. That would imply that we're gonna do some rail stuff. That is a dead sexy unit. That's my load right there. So I don't know what that is, but that is sad. It looks like a regulator of some sort, but it's missing some pieces. They come in all different shapes and sizes. These are probably two of the least handsome ones. It looks like they just redid the track. I'm like, there's no way I'm going down there. It freaking thunderstormed last night and poured like most of the time on my drive out. I would imagine we're gonna be loading down somewhere right in there where those carts are right now. Because there's no way I'm driving in that clay the way it looks right now, and it doesn't look flooded enough there anyways. There's nowhere to hang out here. I went to both card locks, jammed right full last night. It was like 10:30, of course it should be, with highway dudes. I want to go sleep at the scales, which has vastly improved since the last time I've been here. Pretty sure it used to be just like a little sharp pull out, no shack, self-way, and that was it. There's been lots of upgrades. Weyburn, the Ramada used to be the end of town, and now it's all blowed up. It is muddy here. But it is warm. So hopefully it's gonna dry up. We need some sun. Test fitted all my stuff. I had to get these pins remade because I didn't have. Those were the only things I was missing when I took this trailer back. I was like, those are missing. All my other pieces are in. Test fitted everything before I came just to make sure that everything was working and fitting, not show up here and be like, "Mah." You know what I mean? But anyways, we got a long wait. It's like 10:30, we're not loading until 3, but it was an 11-hour drive. So I drove to here, and now we just hang out. There's nowhere to really go. Everything's plugged up with peeps. Do have one story. We would bring shacks down here on trombones one time, and I was like 4'9", 4'8", and it came. There's a train bridge, the one that I just had in the video here. Like came into town, didn't know it was there. This is before everything, before you had like smartphones. Came in, and I think I pulled over at this road here that I turned on, and one of these guy was in front of me. He's like, "Whoa, 4-7 train bridge." I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "I'm too tall." So I backed up. I would have turned basically like kind of right across from the museum and went in the frontage road that leads right into town, and took the first road I could back, but it was a backwards corner. And I just went and did this because I was going to go to a restaurant over here, and there was no parking. I looked on the map, and it looked like there was like a vacant field across from it that had trucks parked in it, but yeah, it was, who knows how old that picture was, plus the rain, so I'm not going to get in there. So I did the same drive, then came to that backwards corner, and the same triangle sign. It's like got metal round legs. It's a sign, it's on the corner. It's got 4 legs, it's kind of sitting there. I think I took that corner wide, but I'm stretched out trombone, came back, median curb on the inside so you couldn't shoot over to oncoming lanes. And I was like, I'm not gonna make it. I think I actually hopped out to go try to move the sign, but it was bolted into the concrete, obviously, because we're in Saskatchewan and it's windy. I had no choice but to just get in the truck and drive over. I was like, fuck it, I give up. Moral of the story is, always know your height on a route. probably a little windy, but yep. This is a junior Tamper. It's a miniature, what is it, Mark 5, Mark 4? Can't even remember now what they are called, but it's definitely old school Detroit, probably 4-cylinder. So I don't think they placed the boards with the Tamper, right? All the cross-section rails that go underneath. You could dig them out. That's what these fingers are for. It just crunches through the rock and lifts it. I don't know. Someone else that knows more, maybe you can explain it, because it's not very often I get to see them in action, right? It's quality track equipment. Yes. I couldn't even tell you how old it is. It's old. It's got to be old if it's got a 2-stroke. Of course there's mud, so. But I definitely believe I have a video of hauling this before. Easy chain down, 4 chains, put a strap on the head, flags. You're just over 10.6 wide, I think, with this. I measured it, it's 10.6-ish. And I think that's actually beacons in Saskatchewan, so I gotta look that up. I don't think I fucked any tires. I had to put down some boards just to get a little extra on the steer. On this side, good thing about a C500, if you blow a tire, you're only going to lose a mud flap, maybe some of the step and a headlight. Not a half a hood. But still, it's happened to me before. They're like, yeah, we don't get trucks like these around here. I'm like, well, there's Fast. Fast is just down the road from here. That'd be cool if I was going by there. I'd definitely want to swing in and shoot some shit. They got lots of cool shit. I think they're like an hour or two down the road, if memory serves me right. And actually, that shack we brought down that I was telling the story about, we took it to Fast Yard. And that was eons ago though. And look, sister hooked me up with a hoodie. Damn. Embroidered tights. I like it. Hopefully one of my kids doesn't claim it. They always steal all my hoodies. Well, I was wrong on the beacons. I just looked it up. Since we started having like AI Google, it's been way better to look stuff up like that, because before you used to have to like pull up the DOT handbook and then it would just give you an index of and then yeah, try to find that information. So I'll turn those off. I thought it was 10.6 for some reason, but it's the same as Alberta. 12.6 beacons, 10 wide for D signs. Let's motor on. And you also might ask, where to? Well, Calgary, of course. We're gonna load, I hope he said tomorrow morning, not Sunday morning, because today is Friday. And I already kind of spoiled half my day just hanging out here waiting, but it was better than leaving at like midnight. That would have sucked. So yeah, we got like a 9.5 hour drive here from Estevan to Calgary. Yeah, it's about that. It took me 11 hours to get here, empty. $1.20 the whole 4-lane, and $1.10 on all the 2 lanes. So yeah, it was aggressive. I thought I was gonna run out of time, so I did not. Yeah, it's gonna be a little slower going. We're gonna stop and get fuel at some point here. Probably Swift Current. And then, yeah, I don't have an unload time, so I don't know what to do yet. Flying by the seat of my pants here. Okay, now I'm done talking, let's continue on.
to knock me out. Waiting for the knock to knock me out. Waiting for the knock. Coco, arrest me. Waiting for the knock to knock me out. Waiting for the knock to knock me out.
Well, I hope this works. Welcome to Saskatchewan range roads, where they're like what kind of mixture? They're more like topsoil, some of them. They're just literally a trail. But Moose Jaw's got an over, I guess it's the bridge over top, and it's usually you can get off on the frontage road right before the overpass, but I was just punching in Google Maps to see what it said. And it's like road closed, detour. I'm like, okay. I'm like 4-4. The bridge is 4-2. No need to try to squeeze under it, if you know what I mean, right? Like a couple people have tried that before with this bridge. And then the other option is to go through town, which is super easy. It's only one turn. I've ended up in the hospital before. It's right there. Took one turn too early, coming the other way. I thought, yeah. Saskatchewan has a lot of really low overpasses, which the majority of like rail stuff, the highest thing will be like 4.6 and change, like just, you know. And I think the regulator is usually the tallest on a scissor neck anyways. So yeah, you used to be able to get off, but it's all under construction, so it said road closed, so I'm like, well, I'm not gonna roll up there and be like, it's just the exhaust pipe that sticks up. And it's been on there since 1980, so chances are I don't want to have to mess with that. It's kind of weird that they closed off the exit road so you can get to this frontage, because the frontage here is where you get all the goods. And then I was unsure if you could go through town and come back over, because it looked like they had equipment on it last night. So yeah, I didn't. There's traffic lights in town, it sucks. So take the bushwhack trail. Looks like we're gonna be all right. So yeah, I guess it doesn't look like it's closed. Totally could have came in there. What do you? Some bullshit. Maybe it's barricaded off at the other end, but it would have came in right. It doesn't look like there's been a lot of traffic through there. And this is basically where you would cut across if you were going to get on Highway 16. Well, it looks like they got one lane open. Construction. Hopefully they change that so it's not so low, because man, that has been a huge pain in the butt. Lady, you can go first. I'm slow. There you go. I can still make my go. Yeah, I think it was probably there's another one. Portage La Prairie, I think, has one that's pretty low too, and then like all the way out to Winnipeg. Well, let's face it, all of Saskatchewan is chock full, but it's the Trans-Canada? Yeah, Trans-Canada Highway. A ton of traffic, but mostly just like reefer vans and stuff, right? So as soon as you get something that's over your normal height, which I don't know what, I haven't even got a clue what reefer vans are, start running into problems. So that is charred. Running into problems when you're like a heavy equipment hauler. You gotta have like a double drop to run this highway or you're screwed. Me with my scissor neck, Mr. Alberta here, taking a chance. Well, yeah, I know that you can usually, for the most part, I can get around just fine with rail equipment. I've never ran into an issue, so. And I'm pretty sure that was an A&W. Old school drive-through. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, I parked there before and got an A&W. Pretty sure they got a new one. But anyways, cool. Yeah, Saskatchewan's full of rustic heritage stuff, especially, oh great, a train. Train, rail stuff. And the buildings are just, the way their towns are built are pretty cool too. Like, I like Saskatchewan, I just don't like that it's flat. But there's also another thing is they don't have forest fires because they don't have any forest. It's like prairie. There's some trees around some farms, that's about it. I know the north has got a forest for sure. I've been in the north, yes, I know what it looks like. But there is very lack of trees, central and south. Train is not coming. I don't see it. Yo, nothing. All right, onward.
Faster than the speed of light, we stretch time. Snare drum pass, wicked sins. Faster than the speed of light, and we don't look too guilty. We don't crave too much. You calling but I'm not gonna save you. Nah, I'm not gonna talk to you. When you do that, say I'm not gonna feel you. No, I'm not gonna talk to you. Planetarian wisdom, teach us about life.
That's Mark 1. It should be all loaded up. Its tallest point is the tailpipe up there, 4.4 meters. Some interesting stuff they got for sure. Some of the specs. This is what it looks like from the inside. With a couple pedals, got some joysticks, some buttons. There's some extra room back there for like another passenger. Radio communication, Webasto. And I would oh, I'm too tall. There was a lot of rain last night, so it's a little dirty and wet in here. Apologies. Uh-huh. Told you so. She's a big block.
Blood streams, DNA and genders. There must be much more to this ride. We don't look too guilty. We don't crave too much.
where we'll be laying down. You know, lay down on bare track. That is a bad idea. You will blow tires. Slice tires. Maybe if you get lucky and get away with it, you know what I mean? So you're gonna move some of those out. But we got a bit of a curve, so the trailer's gonna have to be offset. It's gonna kind of be a hindrance to be able to line up straight, but we can do it. I've had to load on curves before. Out by the spiral tunnels, by field. Their loading spot is a little bit of an angle and it's just a long gradual curve. I'm just like, really? We can't get a piece of straight track? Sometimes it's a little difficult to line up on some of the stuff they give you, but this is large, lots of room here. Just wait for bro to show up. I don't want to, doesn't look like this track is really in use, but I am to go lay down on the track without having anybody here, so just in case, you never know. This is Train Central in Calgary. There's one now. Maybe it's coming over here. It's probably not. Train yard over there. And then the big CN train yard is just on the other side of the road that we used to go to and load in the shop. Well, bro that was supposed to come and unload me has been postponed and he's got to finish his job he's on. I don't even know where he is and there's nobody available. It's Saturday and nobody's really in Calgary, so guess I'm about to learn how to run a Mark 1 Tamper. Hope she's good. Now we offset to the curve. I feel like it looks okay, but you can't really tell until you're like laid down on the track and then you're staring down the whole trailer lined up with the tracks to be like, well, I'm off a little bit. That's kind of a bugger. Do a little bit of messing around because I don't have a swivel D. Usually we would have a pickup sling that would come off the trailer, swivel D, and a clevis. We're laying down on wood that's flush with the track. I'll never get that out. So I have left it on from time to time when I did run Texas bed, but if we have an issue, I kind of need options, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna, now that the weight's off of it, I'm gonna put a tail chain on the pickup throw and then just scissor down. This way you're not scissoring down with a chain with all the weight, you know? The swivel D design lasts longer because you're not always pulling like that's like a 90 off your nubbin in your winch line, where the swivel D is straight in, and then you just have a big D if you can picture that, and you put your swivel on that. Hopefully it's lined up because I don't want to really lift all the weight with the chain. We'll put on a little bit of safety just in case. Don't want it flying over the cab. Pinched under there too. Underneath. Oh. No. Now you can see deadly lined right up. Put these ramps on. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna mess around and make sure I know how to run this before I just start filming an hour of me pushing buttons and not being able to figure out stuff. And you see the turntable has creeped down, so this allows you to pick up the machine on the rail and you can spin it to go whatever direction you want to work in. That creeped down, so I'm gonna figure that out too. Yay! Great, it's hot. This is some metal in this one. Power. That I don't need. I don't think there's a throttle. Shit. That'll be the next thing. Won't start and it's dead. One squirt left, maybe. Hey. Usually the turntable stuff is outside. wasn't flooded high on each side of the track. Like, it just came down and nose down into the pavement here. So the work head's up as high as it can go. So what do I have to do? I have to come backwards. I can't back up under the machine's own power because it just spins. And this is blowing my head off here right soon. Typically you would unload and there wouldn't be anything on the side of the track, right? This is why this isn't working. That one goes up higher. It's locked in. That's as high as it can go. This one is locked in too. The only thing they could do is maybe squeeze the fingers in, but I can't get it to squeeze the fingers in. See the cylinders here. So that goes, it pivots, but I can't make it do it. So just looks like 2 bolt or 1 bolt each finger. We'll take off these 4 just to be safe. Bring it down off the machine or off the trailer and put them back on. I'll have to make sure the work head's in, so when I get down there I can get it back on. But I can't get this side to go back. I get it to go out, but not in. Super fun. So yeah, that's the pedal, backwards is forward. The other push on the other side of the pedal, it backs up, it's gone. That's the transmission right there. You go 1, 2, 3, 4. Throttle. It doesn't seem like anything really works proper. Like, I couldn't get the heads to come in when they were all the way out. Slow cruise. Could rev it up. But I had to put the heads in because we're so close to this building that it would hit on these stairs. This one I could get it to go in, but it wouldn't stop. And then it would go all the way across. And then I had to struggle to get it back over there. It's like it can stay like that. I got it so the heads are straddling the track. This side went into the dirt. This side went into the wood a little bit, and we just winched it off. It's like I had enough. It's coming off. I don't know what else to do. Like, I couldn't. If I had 2x4s, I could have maybe rode the 2x4s off, but I don't have any wood, and I'm just like, where am I going to get wood on a Saturday? Now I'm going to the hardware store and buying 2x4s with my own money? Like, no. So that's 2 rail jobs that were absolute, well, the loading because someone was there, but this unloading, disaster. That lever, freaking excavator, hoe, magnet thing, disaster. Just because I had to learn it and I wasted so much time trying to figure out everything, and it was stuck in the mud when I got there and had to put out the outriggers, put a bunch of rail plates underneath the tires because I'm out in that's all I had. A couple chunks of little wood and rail plates, jack it up. Then it took me a while to figure out how to get it into the power drive mode, right, to get it going, so I don't know if this thing shifts on the fly, so not gonna mess around with it. Part of the parking brake is under the seat. Took me a little while to find that. And to kill it, you just which I didn't know that off the hop either when I was trying to start it, so That's how everything was when I picked it up. I didn't leave anything in here. Been here so long, my AC is running flat because it's of all these things that we bypassed in my truck. The fan doesn't come on when sitting, right? So yeah, lesson learned. And then he's like, oh, I talked to Morgan. He said usually they load it the other way. I'm like, I don't remember. I've only hauled it once. And I'm pretty sure it was if it wasn't on track like this, then there would have been no issue. But since we're on track like this, it was an issue. So if it was like that, you know, flooded with gravel, the gravel would have just moved out of the way and off we go. Bro had snatch blocks out, chains, drive around this building like twice, 3 times.
Teach us about life.